A few words of Torah today on our Parshat Ki Tisa. The title of my talk is, What Glasses Are We Wearing and Why? I don't know how many of you heard of Rabbi Mordechai Pogromansky. He was a victim of the Shoah. He was a late learner to life. He survived World War I as a secular Jew. But he found a Rebbe afterwards, and that Rebbe invited him to begin learning, and he began learning Torah, and he became a great scholar of Torah, and he found himself in the beginning of World War II forced into hiding in the Kovno ghetto, where he did nothing all day long but study day in and day out. He didn't even have books in front of him, but he had learned so much that he studied from heart, and no matter what was going on, he was learning Torah. He was called Rav Motel. In Rav Motel's world of Emunah, there was nothing, he said, but the Eibishter, the one above. Everything around him was simply a manifestation of God's will. He would often say about the vicious Nazis patrolling the ghetto, I don't see Germans, I see psukim from the Tochacha around the ghetto. What did he mean, psukim from the Tochacha? Right, the Tochacha that we read in Deuteronomy, that lists all of the terrible things that are going to befall the Jewish people. He said that was what I was witnessing and nothing more. He survived the war, and unfortunately, he died afterwards from illness at the age of 45. And it was said of him that despite intolerable pain and suffering, he never uttered a single word of complaint. He had a way of looking at the world that made him one of the few survivors of the Kovno ghetto and made him one of the heroes of his community. Attributed to him is a parable based on our Torah portion, verse 34, chapter 34, verse 10. Vayomer hinei anochi koret brit v'neged kol amcha aseh niflot asher lo nivru b'chol ha'aretz v'chol goyim v'ra'a kol ha'am asher ata birkirbo et ma'aseh Adonai ki norahu asher ani oseh imach, which is translated as, I hereby make a covenant before all your people. I will work such wonders as have not been wrought on all the earth or in any nation. And all the people who are with you shall see how awesome are the Lord's deeds, which I perform for you. The key phrase in this verse with the parable that he wrote was, and you shall see how awesome are the Lord's deeds, which I perform for you. Here is the parable. A well-respected man arrived in a big city and was escorted around to see the wonders of the city. They brought him to a famous museum and showed him all the famous paintings of the most famous painters. But the guest surprised everyone by saying, I don't see any picture. I just see a bunch of scratchings. They continued to show him more paintings, but again, he said, I only see scribblings and scratchings. The people were dumbfounded. How could he not see the amazing paintings that were presented here? There was among the people one clever gentleman who said to everyone, is he not wearing glasses? Let's check them. They checked the glasses, and lo and behold, the glasses were full of scratches and markings. Immediately, everyone understood the man's reaction to the paintings. Of course, as long as one is wearing glasses with scratches and markings, one will be incapable of seeing the true beauty of the pictures. So it made me think that parable and his ability, Reb Motel, to survive the ravages of the Shoah and not lose faith in God and not lose faith in humanity and the world. What kind of glasses do each of us wear? What glasses do we wear every day? Who's making our glasses, and what are they causing us to see or not to see? And do we wear the same glasses all the time, or do we wear one set of glasses when we read the news, another set of glasses when we're with our families, another set of glasses when we're in community at shul? What glasses do we wear, and what do they cause us to see or not see? What does it mean for each of us to understand that everyone in the world is wearing glasses? And that we can understand their viewpoints better if we realize that they have glasses on their face that color and shape the way they see the world. Reb Moto uses the mashal to teach, we all wish to see the world's beauty from Prophet Isaiah, but we can't see all the world's beauty just with our normal eyes. We have to lift up our eyes and see who created everything. We have to lift up our eyes to see who created everything. In other words, we need to put on proper glasses in order to be able to see the world in all of its beauty. What are the Torah glasses that you put on each day in order to be able to see the beauty of the world around you? Oftentimes we get lost in the glasses of Facebook and Instagram, our news stations, our feeds, and they sometimes put glasses on us that impede our vision. But instead of overreacting to positions anathema to us, what would it mean again to imagine what glasses another person is wearing? It doesn't necessarily mean that we need to agree with the position of the other person, but it may offer a way into a deeper conversation, a better understanding of another person's viewpoint. The world that we live in is not going to get better by widening the gap between each of us. For Klal Yisrael, we need to find prescription glasses that both of us can wear at the same time in order to be able to see each other's perspectives and understandings. May we have such vision as Rev Motel to be able to wear glasses, to be able to see the world and the hidden beauty of the world, to see the viewpoints and understandings of each person that we come into contact with, and better be able to see God's world, the myriad, many manifestations of this world as each of us experience. Shabbat Shalom.